Hello. Are we in focus? In fact, I think we are on now. Yes, I just want to check camera. Is that there? Yeah. Okay, welcome. Thank you for joining me on this update. Yes, the thumbnail may sound a bit dramatic, but that's how I feel right now. I feel broken, properly broken. But there is some good news, and I'll share that with you as we go through. But I just want to step back because there may be a lot of you who are new here to this channel, may not know who I am, what's been going, what's been happening, and you've just clicked on it because it says broken. And yeah, so a bit of background about myself. I'm a 64-year-old masters runner and I've been running marathons for near on 10 years. I've completed, I think, 21 or is it 22? A big shout out and thank you to everybody who was there cheering me on in person or on the videos that I've posted of New York City Marathon, where you would have seen I ran up to a certain point and then I was run jogging and then was reduced to walking, which is basically what I'm going to talk about in this video, is this injury that has broken me, that has been holding me back now for, it would have been before New York. And in fact, if I go back, and the video I'm going to go through back, because hopefully this can help some of you, maybe even inspire, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel. I've just literally come off a call with my coach and there is some light, so I'm going to explore another avenue, but I'm going to go through what I think may have caused this, what I'm doing to deal with it and things that we're showing there, and how we're going to move forward in terms of next year, because basically the long and the short of it, the rest of this year is pretty much written off. If you've been watching my shorts, when I saw my podiatrist the other week, he said, look, you need to stop running for like 4 or 5 weeks. It doesn't look good. Rest, do some cross training, which is what I've been doing. But if I go back to, I think it was August, where I was doing a park run, I was pacing at 21 minutes. Nothing extraordinary for me. I have run 18 minutes and 17 seconds, albeit a few years ago. How was it, 3-4 years ago? That's my times, and I'm still consistently running around 90 minutes. So a 21 minute doesn't sound too much, but towards the end of that park run, one of my hamstrings tightened up. Now, it didn't go, or whatever the technical word is. It was more of a spasm. Speaking with a coach, it seemed more of a spasm. And then after about 3 or 4 days of rest in rehab, I was back to normal. But that may have caused some imbalance. Also, speaking to my podiatrist, there is something going on the outside of one of my digits, which might be wear and tear, a bit of arthritis, yes, I know, which may be causing some imbalance. And it was that imbalance that has basically progressively meant that my left leg has been progressively getting worse. Now, it seemed to be fine on easy runs, short runs, but I couldn't do any speed work. It would be hurting, and I couldn't really run beyond an hour 15, an hour 20, where during the run, everything was sort of manageable. But in the afternoon, after that run, I would feel a lot of pain in my leg, back, hip, all sorts of areas. Things weren't right, and as I say, properly broken. So it was a case of I'd already booked, and I had New York City Marathon. I had qualified Berlin last year for the World Championships to run at New York. I knew based on those past few weeks of training, there was no way I was going to be racing New York. So I'd already settled for I'm going there for the vibes, the enjoyment, the party, going there with the missus and having a great time, a great week. And it turned out to be a great week, but obviously I was hoping to have been able to at least run the whole distance and not having to walk so far. For me at the time, I did feel a bit embarrassed really, to the point where I was reduced to walking the marathon. As I've said in those shorts, I think if it wasn't New York, it would have been a DNF. I wouldn't have finished it. But the crowds carried me, literally carried me. It's incredible, isn't it? I mean, the noise and the volume, the fans and supports out there was fantastic, and everybody shouting, Mario, Mario. Yeah, I mean, if that wasn't there, I think I would have quit and sort of, you know, said, let's go back, rest and see what happens. But I did come back and I did rest for a week and I thought everything was fine. Went for a short jog and things weren't good at all. Felt a lot of pain in my foot. And I thought, that's it, let's go and see the podiatrist. And that's where I got this detailed report and things were looking a bit bleak. But I did go and see another physio after referral from my GP. And they say that they think it's showing symptoms of sciatica, yeah, but not knowing what the cause is. So I've been given a set of exercises to do. And I've even got some notes here. Yeah, I got some notes to go through where there might be some other angles, avenues to explore. So there's clearly some impinging. I feel like my leg is a dead leg and it's just flopping there. I don't really have much control and it does hurt after a certain point. Not good really, especially looking forward to a number of races for next year. But that's where we're at now. How am I going to look at it going forward? And this is where having a professional coach really helps and speaking to people. You can watch videos forever in a day on YouTube, look at your Instagrams, look at your TikToks. They ain't going to be as much help as speaking to a proper professional. I mean, I help and coach people as well. And that's why I have a coach, someone who knows more than me and more experience. And they've said, it's worth going to see. So I've seen a physiotherapist, I've seen a podiatrist, a chiropractor try and realign things. But he said to go and see where have I got this written down? An osteopath. Now I've not seen an osteopath. So that's what I'm going to do because there may be, and this is where there's a light, maybe a light at the end of the tunnel where it could be something really simple and it just needs an osteopath to, because I think the physiotherapist and the chiropractor are at the two ends of the spectrum and the osteopath is in the middle where there might be something that may be causing the impingement. I hope it's not a disc or whatever impinging because that could be quite serious. But in terms of the pain where I'm feeling where it's showing and where, you know, things are coming out. If you've had sciatica, let me know in the comments below how you've dealt with it. There's all sorts of things that can cause the impingement. But it's clearly showing some of nerve entrapment going in my leg, which is stopping me running basically, which is why I'm broken. If I can't run, I'm broken, can't do it, you know, and it is frustrating, but I have had the benefit, as I've said in other shorts, is not only the comments from you guys, I've been posting the daily shorts and you guys and gals have been engaging, which is fantastic, but also I do have other hobbies, interests and things to keep me going. Whilst there are some other things outside in life causing pressures, strains, yeah, strains and pressures, a new word from me, and indoor bike, going to the gym, sauna, all that type of stuff, and walking, although sometimes at times the walking doesn't help. But one of the things that the physio did say is movement is best, not total nothingness. Nothingness doesn't help with this. So movement can help, and that's the exercises that I'm doing. So the next thing for me to do is I'm going to book an osteopath, get to see an osteopath and see what they have to say. And who knows, you know, as I say, that I've heard stories and I've heard things where sometimes a quick little ping, and I've had this before when I saw last year I had some issues, went to see a chiropractor, sorted it out, and then ran a 3:02 marathon, you know. So things with the right professional person, if they find out and isolate what the issue is, can be sorted that quick. But then there are other injuries which unfortunately do take time to rest and recover. So whilst I appreciate that sometimes, you know, it might be an overtraining, old age, you know, all sorts of things happening in old age. You know, I do have a bit of arthritis in one foot, and that could be causing an issue with the imbalance. But again, I'll need to check with the osteopath and see what they have to say. But I'm remaining hopeful. I remain ever young, ever green, and hopeful that things can get sorted. So fingers crossed. Wish me well, and I look forward to seeing you hopefully at a more optimistic, realistic video of what's happening, what's going on, and we can get to the bottom of it and look forward to a great 2026 of running. But whatever happens, I'm looking forward, and I'm ever grateful for all you people there. And as I say, thank you for everyone and there's a lot of regular commenters, which I really do appreciate you guys on here. But if you are new, haven't commented, please do give a comment. It really does make a big difference in terms of the positivity, support. And if you are new, as I say, I always say the old thumbs up, subscribe, hit that alarm bell, share the video, because I like to keep this, bullshit-free zone here on YouTube. I think we are being overrun by all sorts of nonsense, but that's the world we live in a place. The world can be a little bit shite at times, but there are some good things happening out there. And one little funny thing I want to share with you, which happened literally yesterday morning, because I like to finish on some good stories. So should I have this as the addendum? Yeah, let's have it as the addendum. Clock, stop. Thank you for watching. See you all very soon. Yeah, stay to the addendum. Anyway, here's the addendum. Really funny thing happened yesterday. Although I have seen some memes unrelated to this on social media. But picture this, right? It's early morning, down the gym, in the sauna, minding my own business, sitting in there, hit hot, sweaty and all that type of stuff. And there's another guy in there. We're not talking anything anyway, just sitting there, sweating away, relaxing. Another guy comes in who I had seen before, months ago in the gym. It might have been upstairs on the treadmill or something. Sit down, and this guy literally just turns to me and says, "What's your VO2 max?" And my immediate reaction is, having seen the memes the other week, I just burst out laughing. I've never had that happen before. What in heaven's name possessed this guy to just out of the blue ask me, what's my VO2 max? Yes, I know. What a crazy world we live. But I found that so funny, and hopefully it's made you chuckle a little bit. It certainly made me chuckle, because as I say, sometimes there's a lot of shite things. We get setbacks, we get injuries, and things can be a bit overwhelming, but we've got to look at the good things, and I'm very grateful for looking at the good things here. And as you can see from me, whilst my body may be broken, in here, I'm ever hopeful that there is some solution to this. Get myself sorted, back on the road and get moving, and show some banging race day videos with you all. For the moment, it's just going to be me sitting in the sofa. I'm here sitting because it's freezing out there, cold, flooded, all that type of stuff. Can't go on my usual walk and talk. So I thought I'd talk to camera here, indoors. Nicely done. See you all soon. Take care. Bit of a long addendum that was, wasn't it? Anyway, bye for now. Bye.